On the battlefield, I have seen the number of support players increase, but I have also seen a bunch of players who think an LMG is an assault rifle and try to dance with it. You might get lucky like this guy, but it's still more effective to shoot while not moving and tap firing to effectively kill your target. Unlike assault rifles and carbines, light machine guns suffer from high bullet deviation while on the move. Even at close quarters, you will end up missing most of your shots and die. This will lead to players blaming the netcode or the weapon accuracy, but it is more often user error that results in a high time to kill. The less you move or shooting, the faster your target will drop. I know in Battlefield, it's extremely difficult to be able to stand still because your target will easily be able to kill you. But thanks to suppression, you can easily shoot down a bunch of targets and tap fire effectively to be able to kill them faster. I figured we would shoot this wall to demonstrate how bad bullet deviation can be and how bad the spread gets. Tap firing is a good way to help, but if you can tell, even if you tap fire while on the move, it will still make you miss most of your shots. This gives your opponent a really good chance to shoot back, and since it increases the time to kill so badly, your opponent can easily kill you. Even if you go full auto, you're gonna waste so much ammo. And yeah, you'll drop your target, but it's not really worth it because you can easily get killed by another one of its friends when you can easily take both of them out. Figured I would use my M60 to show you guys what I meant. But here you can see that I'm effectively killing a bunch of targets just by standing still and shooting them. It decreases your time to kill so much that you can easily take out targets. Each target that comes at you, you just have to stand still. I know it sucks, considering that they can easily shoot back at you, but most of them try to dance around you anyway, that they'll miss most of their shots. Assault rifles and carbines are still affected by the movement penalty, but not as badly as LMGs. And as you can see right here, even with low health I took him out, but this guy kills me. Mostly because of the fact that I was moving. If I hadn't moved, I would have been able to kill him a lot faster. Even with the faster firing LMGs like the MG4 and the M249, it's still more effective to tap fire and stand still. I'm not saying to completely stop and not move. It's still good to move every once in a while if you need to get a better vantage point. As you can see right here, I move a little bit, but not too much. I try to be able to keep myself in cover and try to keep my target in front of me. But right here, again, I die because I moved too much. My time to kill would have been maybe better if I had moved a little less. Anyway, let's move on to attachments. Right here, I get killed by a guy that's using the folding grip, which in my opinion is one of the worst things you can use in an LMG, as they already have a really good first shot multiplier. Here is how I have my M60 set up, and I think I have it pretty well to how I like it. Here we have the magnifier. I actually think it's one of the best things you can add to an LMG, as most LMGs have good range. Anyways, going into the attachments, we have the magnifier, flashlight, tactical light, laser sight, tri-beam laser, green laser sight, and of course the laser light combo when it comes to accessories. Most of them are worthless in my opinion. Magnifier, of course, like I said, one of the best things you can have for any LMG, as it gives you good range whenever you need it. Flashlight, I don't really see any use on it, and as it is right now vanilla, but hopefully we'll get some more use in the night maps. Tactical light, it's kind of good, but it's worse than the flashlight because whenever you're aiming down sights, you're always going to be seen by your enemy. There's no way of turning it off if you're looking down sights. Flashlight's better because you can turn it off at will. That's one of the advantages of the flashlight. Right here we have the three laser sights, of course. The laser sight, tri-beam laser, green laser sight, and laser light combo. All of them are good for hip fire, but the thing is, LMGs don't have good hip fire. So there's this would really be really minuscule to your LMGs, and there's almost no point in using them. And of course, the laser light combo is just the laser with light. Like I said, light gives you precision away, and the laser gives you precision, especially with how much people have been using smoke lately. So there's not really a point of using any laser sights whatsoever on an LMG. It's just going to give you precision away, and it doesn't really benefit your hip firing. as opposed to the magnifier where you can just easily zoom in for a better shot. Anyway, let's move on to the barrel attachments. But here I like using the heavy barrel mostly because of the fact that it gives you way better accuracy overall. Anyway, looking at the attachments, we have the muzzle brake, compensator, flash hider, heavy barrel, and of course a crapload of suppressors. Going back up, the muzzle brake. Speaking of that, it really gives you better recoil, but in my opinion it's not really worth it because of the fact that it gives you really bad penalty when it comes to automatic fire, and LMGs already have really bad automatic fire to begin with, and adding worse automatic fire to it is not worth it. Compensator is the same thing except for side to side recoil. Flash hider would be better because of the fact that it doesn't really give you any penalties, and the upside is that you can't really see the shots being fired. It helps a lot, especially in the night maps I've heard. And of course the heavy barrel is the thing that I like to use the most because, like I said, it gives you really good tight spread, and if you can handle the recoil, you will be able to dominate a lot of people since you get better accuracy than you would with an assault rifle. Only slightly better, of course. And the suppressors, well, I don't really see a point in putting the suppressor in an LMG unless you're using like the MG4 or the M249 or any gun that's close range, fast firing. Those kind of LMGs, I see using that. But when it comes to something like the M60, the PKP, or the M240 Bravo, there's no point in using it. Maybe the M240 Bravo because it has a good damage, but other than that, LMGs really suffer when it comes to being suppressed. I think they're better when it comes to medium or long range, and really good with tap firing. Which I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of me saying how good tap firing is in this game with LMGs. Anyways, let's move on to the underbarrel attachments. Right here we have the bipod, ergo grip, angled grip, and a stubby grip, and a bunch of clones. Vertical grip, folding grip, and potato grip. They're just clones basically, it's just mostly for aesthetics. Talking about the bipod, I think the bipod, I've been using it because of the fact that everyone says the grips are going to be nerfed. I'm not sure if that's confirmed or not, but it's really good when you're using it with the M60 or any gun that has really high recoil because it's really hard to lead targets. Ergo grip, it makes you better with hip fire, but they really have bad hip fire to begin with, so there's no point. Angled grip, like I said, you can already tap fire with them, and the 33% it doesn't really do anything for you, especially with the bigger guns like the M60 and the M240B. I think the only thing you could use it with is the RPK-12. The stubby grip, I think it's the thing you should also really be using for most LMGs. I think most people use the stubby grip because of the fact that it makes your spread a lot tighter. It's better for going for full auto, and it makes it so that all your shots are really close together. It's one of the reasons why everyone says LMGs are so overpowered, because if you use a stubby grip with them, you can just go full auto constantly. But of course, even going full auto does not guarantee a kill, and it's still way better to tap fire, except when it comes to being really close quarters. But when it comes to being medium range, around 30 meters or higher, there is no point in not tap firing unless you're in a real pinch and you need to kill multiple targets. But here, let's look at this tree to be able to shoot from far, and as you can tell, even going full auto with the muzzle brake stubby grip is not really going to yield really good results. Tap firing just decreases your overall time to kill so drastically that there's almost no point in not using it at anything past medium range. So, like I said, close range is the only time you should be using full auto, or maybe if you're trying to shoot at a moving target. But tap firing is the best thing you could ever do with an LMG, and really helps you take down those targets as fast as you possibly can. Also, I know hip firing is considered bad, but it's not always that bad, because every once in a while, if you're really close to someone, you can't really afford to aim down sights, especially with something like the heavy barrel where it makes your gun accurate. It's better to just spray the guy down when it comes to really close quarters, of course, like right here. And even here, try to keep your cool and shoot at him without moving. And when you get close enough to him, if he gets too close, and spray him down. But don't rely on it too much, because one of these days you end up missing one of your shots, and all it takes in the battlefield is one missed shot between life and death. Anyways, hope this guide helped you out. and hopefully it makes you better understand how an LMG is supposed to be used. And I'll try to make another video explaining the differences between each LMG's role, like the M240B being close quarters and the M249 being close quarters, but something like the M60 and the RPK being better at long range. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed and hopefully helps you out.